Yay! Hi everyone. Thanks for coming to my episode, Open to the Universe, QHHT, which is Quantum Healing Hypnosis Technique. This technique was developed by the late Dolores Cannon. And my name is Jennifer Martinez. I am a practitioner with the QHHT and other modalities, such as Reiki, which is Holy Fire Reiki, which is amazing, and I can do that anywhere over the internet as well in person. It's a beautiful technique. And then I also offer BQH, which is Beyond Quantum Healing. This as well is done over the internet. Beautiful technique. Oh, love it. So I have a lot of really cool techniques that I offer as a practitioner, and as well as I channel. I love channeling. I realize that's one of my favorite things to do. And when I really connect, I really go in deep. So I actually just did a meditation with my group this morning. It was beautiful. I just felt so compelled to just come on here and share with you what came through me this morning. And hopefully that gives you a little light, a little guidance, into your future. How is your year going? How is it starting out for you? Is it chaotic? Are you having issues in the body? Are things happening where maybe it triggers you more to see a little bit more chaos? Things aren't going with the flow anymore. So to me, when things like that start to happen, it's growth in your own self, because as we move into the future, we can't hold on to this negative old baggage that maybe we had a few years back, or maybe even a year ago, or maybe even 20 years ago. And we're carrying it with us as we ascend to the future, as we go to the future. I mean, you are a spiritual being. No matter what way you want to look at it, you are a spiritual being in a human body, experiencing what it is like to be in a body, to be here. I think as we move into the future, you will see more things. Either you go with the flow and your life is really great. I mean, you get to experience really great things. You lead you basically follow your path, is the beautiful way, is the way of less chaos, less, you're not always looking for the outside world to fill your cup, which is your heart, which is the inside of you that needs this love, it needs this care. And as we move into the future, we need to go within and go inside of us as far as the self-love we're looking for. Um, And we're all at different stages in our lives. We're all at different parts of growth. So there could be someone who already, for instance, as an analogy, I'll use a few analogies, and one of them would be like, for instance, um, we have these walls built around us, right? And that's just how we were either raised, what our belief system is, just kind of what the outside world is around us. And so then we build walls because things have happened to us that weren't so great, weren't good. No one's taught us about anything spiritual, um, like a good, beautiful part of ourselves. We're just kind of winging it, and we're trying to get through this chaotic world, as we would say. Um, and then there's going to obviously be ones that are already beyond that, and you see them and you're like, wow, what do they have? I would love that inner peace. I would love that calmness. I would love to live my life joyfully, right? And most of us laugh because we're like, yeah, right, that's not going to happen. But you know what that is really, it's this negative part of us, because we are both positive and negative. No matter what, we have it both in us. That was the whole point of being in the body here on Earth. Earth has a universal law, and it's polarity. Polarity means opposite. So no matter what, right now on Earth, we have we have them both coming at us right now. Opposites, positive and negative. So sometimes we lean more to the negative as to us, oh, we don't like what we're seeing. And we get sucked into this like vortex of negativity. So all then we keep seeing is negativity, nothing's going right. We keep building this wall that is obviously not a real wall, but enough to block us from the outside world, right? And so then we're stuck within these walls. We've turned it into a prison for us. We're in this body. We have this negative wall we built, and we kind of carry it with us, and we kind of get really negative, and we're like, no, that's not going to work. No, my imagination isn't that great. That's what you have when you're a kid, and even then I wasn't allowed to use my imagination. Or, oh, I have this gut instinct that that person isn't a great person. Oh, no, it couldn't be. My gut, yeah, I was told that not to listen to my gut and that instinct that we have built into us. So two things that are so important for us to be utilizing right now is our imagination and our gut instinct. Because how else is the other side going to connect to us? How else are they going to hook us up on our path of life, right? This is a journey of the soul. As the soul goes through each life, it's learning things. So as you learn these things, you don't have to make the whole life about learning that one thing. That is one thing I've figured out, is that sure, you're here, you have a little chaos, but you know what else I want to go back to is also the analogy of, well, not really even, I guess an analogy on my side is like, you know how they give you the goggles and the sledgehammer and you go into this like particular room and you just start breaking glass or whatever it is, or smashing pumpkins and watermelons and whatever, and you really got to get effort to like smash them. Well, that's what I want you to do with these walls built around you. Because the thing is you're only hurting yourself with these walls. No one can see them. No one's in your mind. You are in your mind. You are the one living your life. No one is, no matter what, no matter if you're giving someone else power, no matter what, they're not in your mind. No, no. That's the thing about us. And also we are very multidimensional. So we are very multiple personalities. So sure, we have the personality of annoyance, personality of love, personality of, so it's blending these personalities and not really smashing down the negative one and being like, nope, I'm going to eliminate my negativity, right? So it's blending it in because it does secure you in a way of making sure you're safe, making sure you're working to make the money you need to eat, to have a house, to have the vehicle that drives you there, or to commute. Or, I mean, obviously you're going to need some parts of yourself to get through this experience of life. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk about. And by the time that we're older and we're the adults, and maybe you hit 30 and maybe you hit 40 and you're like, what do I got going on in my life? Wow, why am I so unhappy? I made it this far, right? And why am I so unhappy? Because maybe it's time for you to work on yourself, letting go of things. I mean, as I journey into my life and really enjoy my life, because I'm so thankful to be alive and actually in a body, to go experience things, to go have coffee with someone, to go on a lifetime trip where it's just magnificent, right? So those are my experiences, or to just every day enjoy my moment of, yeah, this is where I am. These are my things. And I really enjoy all the stuff I have because look, abundance comes in many forms. So when we don't see abundant in many forms, we limit ourselves right there. We're already blocking the abundance that you really want, and that could be the money that comes flowing through, right? So we just need to start to learn, how to direct this, the universe, basically. Direct the universe in the greater good of ourselves, right? And it really comes down to using your imagination on a regular basis and using your gut instinct on a regular basis. This is the other thing I wanted to explain. We have an aura around us. And this is how you know you have an aura. If someone you don't know gets too close to you and you're like, excuse me, and they may be like 5 inches from you, they're in your aura, they're in your space. That's how you know you have one. Just as an example of it, as you may not understand that you have an aura around you, this beautiful light that it's around each and every one of us as we are experiencing life. Anyway, but in the 3D, third density, excuse me, and I want to make that clear, it's 3D, so third density. We're going to the fourth density, the fifth. You can't be in the body after the fifth, like it's beyond. Anyway, so in the third, it is an energy of all of this, the chaos, the love, it's chaotic, right? And so bringing in this beautiful part of yourself, it patches up the aura. But if you do things that rip it open, such as maybe drugs, maybe alcohol, maybe compulsive ways about ourselves that we get in, um, overspending. It's a whole list of anything that isn't flowing for you. How are you holding it? How are you carrying it emotionally um, with you as you journey into the future? How are you carrying those things that maybe you know that if you evened it out, it wouldn't be so bad. Not so much spending, not so much drinking. And really, like when you do these experiences, because that's the other part, we're in the body. We get to experience these things. I don't want you to hold them and be like, "Ugh, I'm drinking." Don't have that kind of energy when you do that. Don't have the energy of, "Here we go again. I'm gonna smoke," or "Hey, I don't care." Having that energy is what you don't want when you do these things. Be excited to do them. If you're doing them, be excited. Enjoy it. You're in a body for a reason. When you go shopping and you have that feeling of, I shouldn't buy that, and then you buy it anyway, those aren't that's not the vibration or the energy you really want to have when you're enjoying being human and purchasing things that, hey, you have worked all day or all week, and hey, you did go to the store, and hey, you did want to buy that shirt, right? And so with the tears in our aura, we get these, the best I can describe them as they are psychic attacks. They are this low vibration that is always just at this low vibration. And so when we get to that, just like I said, when we have that vibration of, I don't know, I guess I'll buy this shirt, like a compulsiveness versus, oh yeah, I really love this shirt. I've always wanted this particular shirt, and finally it's right here in front of me, right? So it's having a different energy when you're doing these things and holding it true and dear. Like, if you want to have that drink, if you want to smoke, I feel in my situation, it's okay if I do it because I feel good about myself. And I feel, it's having a different vibration. And then before you even know it, if it wasn't meant to be for you to be doing these things, they will just disappear. But it's getting out of this dense negative energy that comes through our aura and attacks us because we come in here all godly and all beautiful as this little baby, and we're all protected, and we know exactly our plan, and we know all the emotions we need to work through before we come in as a baby. And then we're here, this sweet little precious little baby, right? And then you grow up. And some of us don't get handed perfect parents because they have issues. Because they have issues. You have to remember that, right? So then they just grew up in their parents and here's the baby, and right? But we don't realize all the emotion and issues they had before they were parents, right? Before they had you. And sometimes we don't get to resolve these things with them because they didn't even know how to resolve the issues that they had inside them. So it's literally a chain effect. So I feel like right now, if you could reach out to the light workers, anyone who's doing light work just like this, any kind of beautiful self-healing technique, really just like get out there and really hook yourself up if you're going to go and look outside of yourself. And I think some people need that right away, because until you can get a grip of it and get it the way you need it to be in your life, you do need people who have figured it out, kind of, like here I am offering QHHT. These things could hook you up so that you can live a good life, that you can enjoy every moment. Enjoy being in bed and cuddled and the soft covers and the pillow and everything so cozy, or enjoy waking up every morning. Okay, here's my day. I love coffee. I want to have a cup of coffee. I want to look at the sun as as the sun rises. I'm just using these as like ideas, but it's enjoying literally every moment of your life, because look, you're in a body. You get to experience life. If you want that donut, hey, who's to say you can't have a bite of donut? Who's to say, right? Only you're the one who's to say, right? Because we are the only ones in our body learning life, being here in life, experiencing it. No one else is in your mind. No. No. And it's enjoying that. And it's knowing that that's even in abundance. All things are in abundance here. And you have to remember that, and that you won't run out of things. Only if it needed to be. What experience is it bringing to you? You know what I mean? But I really feel like the meditation this morning for me was like to let you know, break those walls down with that sledgehammer and bust it down. And that could be busting down all this negativity that was around us that says, no, you're not allowed to have that shirt. You already have 10 shirts. How dare you think you need a shirt, right? Because that's what's inside us, that negative, low density that goes through the chakras, that go through the rips of the aura, right? So you have to put the work in. It's a muscle, which is the hardest part. I get it. It's literally being this sweet little baby that doesn't know how to turn the light switch on or can't reach it, right? That's how far it feels away. Your little arm just cannot reach up there at that, all the way up there where the light switch is. So don't let it defeat you. Put that little bit of work in every day. Just listen to your angels. Sometimes they come through your vehicle because your vehicle is something that you're in every day. It's yours. It takes you from point A to point B, right? It keeps you safe. It drives you around. You can experience life. Or what if you jump on a train? What if you jump on a plane, right? A bus. It's your surroundings. It's the signs. Look at the signs on the wall, as you're traveling, what's talking to you? Start to use your imagination. Just play with it. Have fun. Like, I think we all take life so seriously. Why can't I do it like this? Why isn't it like this for me? Why am I miserable? Right? We have all these why, and I want to be the, good for me, and why do I have the demons attacking me? Why is this the way it is for me? And my leg hurts, and my arm hurts, and my head hurts, and my neck hurts, right? So we focus too much sometimes on the why is it not working for me, and why can't I be great, right? Why can't I have abundance? See, we have all these things that are already coming to us, but we block them. All by the way, I was just saying, is like we shut it out. We build these walls and we say, oh, it's the environment I live in. And oh, it's crappy. Oh, I didn't get the best parents. Or I didn't get parents. What was it for you to learn? That's always what I realized, because I got parents that emotionally aren't capable of having kids, right? Their emotions were wrecked. But when I step back and I go, wow, let me look at my parents. Okay. Some people didn't even get parents. Sure, they may have been born, but like sometimes they're gone. Whatever the case is. Maybe they passed away, maybe they moved away. Maybe they didn't want to be a parent, right? So it's your experience of life of what it needs to be for you. Or it could be like my husband. He has the sweetest parents, the most loving parents, like the best. If you were ever going to get parents, those are great parents. Anyway, and me, I got handed parents that they're just checked out kind of being parents. I always feel like I'm almost the parent. And that can be very hard on and that can be hard on the kid. As you grow up, you held on to things that aren't even necessary anymore. Maybe they didn't hear you. Maybe they weren't listening, right? And they taught you, don't use your imagination. That's for kids, and you're 20 or you're 30, and right? I mean, I feel like they, as mentors, people around us, have mocked the imagination, have mocked feeling your gut instinct, right? But those two things are built into us for a reason. Why are they inside us? Why are they in us? I mean, really think about that. It's there for a reason. It's like our savior, really. Because when you listen to your gut, it's going to lead you. And when you really, truly start to put the work in, you are just going to start to use your imagination. Start to close your eyes and really try to see things. And really, I mean, it can be as simple as, well, I can even do an example. Let's see. Like, I thought it was really cool. It was like, my husband always moves all of my stuff. But it's like saying, start to see things like a log. That was at the top of my page. A house, a bird, a tree. And when you start to do that and you start to see things like a house, a log, a tree, a bird, a hat, you can close your eyes and see those things. You can. I know it. As we all can. That's your imagination. It's really, really cool. You can activate that. And you're not going to see it in your eyes. You're going to see it in your mind's eye. That's your third eye. And you're going to see it. That's your imagination. It's so cool. Here we go. Yeah. A candle, a sun, a cat, two shoes, a window. So yeah, so close your eyes and do that. As I name these off, just this will help you to activate your imagination. And then after that, I want you to just keep working with it and put in the work. Maybe you do this for 5 minutes a day. Don't put so much time on it. Don't say, oh, I need to do it for an hour. None of that. Just do it quick. You don't need much more because you already have a full day every day, unless it's your day off and you're relaxing and you're excited about relaxing. Do it, you know. Okay, so a candle, sun, cat, two shoes, a window, a forest, a flower, an apple, a teacup, a boy, a fly, two pens, an ocean, a face, a chair, a log, a face, a key, an orange, a dress, a horse. So there you go. Just like that, I activated your imagination. It's so cool. Um, oh, and then your gut. I want you to put your hand on your heart and on your gut. So when you have a situation that you need to really, really get a good, clear answer on, it's like, okay, angels, hand is over my heart, the one's over my gut. What is your solar plexus? And you ask that question and you just feel it inside. Should I do this? Right? Or a beautiful way is, would this be good for me to do? Would, whatever the case is like, would me using my imagination be good for me to do? And you really sit with that. And if it feels like yes, or you start to see things, that's yes, right? And as you use your imagination, as you follow your gut, you can, that's your angels, that's the other side trying to lead you down this beautiful path that you actually signed up for before you got in the body. You signed up for being in the body, having the experience, being like, okay, I have this sack of emotions. I just don't need to spend the whole life on these emotions and gathering more emotions, right? That's what happens to us. Life happens. We forget. We're wiped clean of what we were even supposed to do. But guess what? It's so cool. Guess what? They knew that. So they taught and woke up the light workers to help you to that point so that when you wake up, you can go find a light worker, holistic healing, anyone, so quantum healing, any of that, it hooks you up. And that way you don't have to live your whole life in this chaotic state, this fight or flight mode. And it is this reptilian side of our brain. It just is. It has us in this low density and stuck here. And we feel chaotic and we feel overwhelmed and we feel low self-esteem, low, all of it, abandonment. It was just like, it was everything. All this low, negative, fear-based energy, right? We don't need to stay there the whole time of our lives. No. And if you let the ego leave you there, that negative ego will take you out. It will bury you. It just will. It does not care if you live or not. Right? It doesn't. Because if you leave it up to that negative ego and that's your everyday negativity, if you leave it up to that, you'll be so sick and you'll pass away so fast. Right? But I know in my heart and I know in my gut, that's not what's in store for you. What's in store for you is a beautiful life. For you to break those barriers down. For you to just love yourself and know that you have an imagination. You have a gut instinct. You can follow your path to the greatest joy, the experience, the excitement of just being in a body and experiencing life. I feel like that's more exciting than anything. So remember that. So if you do have any health issues, right, remember, okay, also, before I go in too deep about that one, our food intake. That's really important. It keeps coming up for me. It keeps being surfaced, because as we raise out of that 3D, the food is low density. When it's low like that, the food doesn't have vibration for that being who goes up. When you make it yourself, you're more joyful. That vibration goes into the food. You're more happy to eat it. You as well. It's like the same modality. It's same as like you said. Like when you go shopping, when you drink, you want to hold a good energy for the intake of it, because your body is energy. So you have to remember, when you go to eat, if it isn't a high vibrational place, if people aren't happy making your food, you're eating their sadness. It's a cycle. It's like that energy went into their food and then they gave it to you. And if it doesn't have like excitement when they made that food, it's a vibration. We're vibrational. Yeah. So you have to remember, when you make food for yourself, you want that vibration of happiness, of joy, because it will give you more of that in the body. Body will be that. Your body is carbon based. So if you have negativity will go into the body, and you will be in a vicious cycle. So then those things attack the body. Yep. Yeah. So it's like a little channeling there of my other side. It definitely likes to come in and do my podcast, because as we move forward, things will start to change. You will see more people who aren't waking up. They are asleep always, and they will stay asleep. But that's okay, because it's like a planted seed. It's like I planted a seed. Even if it won't be for this body, this life, you will have a chance again. You will always have a chance, because that's what they offers. It's almost like a second chance, but it's more than a second. It's several chances. So you'll live multiple, maybe in the same situations, until you figure it out. Because it has to be you that figures it out, because we can't figure it out for you. We can lead you to these things, but we cannot figure it out for you. That was the message earlier, you could say. So when we come, and we come here for you guys, we will come, but we cannot do it for you. You will have to put the work in now. If you hear this, you will want to put the work in. You will. The work will get you to the point of going into the future in this body. And you could stay in this body when you release everything in the 3D. Because everything is here and now. And so the future is now. The past is now. We are here now. So do things that are more present, that ground you. So grounding you is just being here and now, and really enjoying gardening, really enjoying planting the food that you eat. Plant the food that you eat, and you can off balance it. Less processed. If you are going to eat the process, bless the food. Tell the food that it will be nourishing for the body. It's very important that it is nourishing your body as you go to the future. You don't want to have fillers. I'm getting fillers that are through the whole body, because that is what's in the food. Pretend food is pretend. It's pretend. It's like pretend food. Processed food is. So when you grow, it is real. It's really nourishing, and it really has vitamins. Really strengthens the body. It nourishes the body, clears that up, so you can follow your gut instinct and you can use your imagination. So important to use the imagination. The imagination will show you everything you can have. It will show you everything you can have. But if you don't trust that imagination, you will say, no, I can't have these things. And those will be something that you can work on individually, because as we go through and we let go of the things that carry us down, bring us down, we need to let those things dissolve. What are those things for you? Find them, so that way you can let those things dissolve, because as we go into the meet us. You will meet us, and when you do, it will change your life forever. You can use it as an analogy for some women, for the women who have babies. You were this kid, and then when you have a baby, you change forever. You're never the same. You're never that little kid anymore, really. You're not men. So for them, their analogy would be family, having kids too as well. That does change them too as well. They may not physically have them, but they will physically be taking care of them. They are usually, it's changing for your world. It's not always them as the breadwinner, but it is changing for them. The men, the masculinity, it's being presented for the women to have that balance too, and that is why the hip pain is there for her. Nicole's hip pain is there. That was what was there for you, and as we go into the future, you will see those things. So if you have hip issues, they generally are because you need to balance your feminine and masculine, as we all have both in us, because we are both, even though you may be more male, you may be more female, you were born a male, you were born a female, you have to balance this. This is still an energy through us that needs to be balanced, but if we don't have proper intake of the food and proper air and proper water, then we need to balance that. When we balance it, we can really enjoy our lives and find things that are so joyful, but they are already there. You just block them. You block them because they are already there for most of all of us. Some of us are living karmic lives, and that just means that they come back to live that life so they can work out that situation or emotion. Sometimes we do things that are in the past life that we don't want to work on, but they need to be worked on. And it can be something like forgiving, even forgiving the self, even forgiving the ego that may have taken us out in the other lives. The ego tries to take us out. It does take us out. That's balance with the ego, and we see that there is a glitch right now in this timeline. We are on this timeline, and you may be asleep, and that's okay, because that means you just don't quite understand what she's saying. And this is a channel that comes through us, one of her higher selves, as we want you to know, is that we won't do the work for you when we come. You need to know you have to do the work for yourself. It's almost like the analogy of wanting to be fit, the abs. That's the best analogy, because you will understand if you want those abs, you have to put the work in for yourself. And that's okay, because it's gentle when you go to someone who's a holistic healer, and they can help release you. They won't heal you. They will not be the healer. You will be the healer. You yourself is the healer. You will just be guided by us on the other side, and we will come through and we will help guide you. And when we help guide you, you will hear these things and know that as you go through it, you will be healing yourself. You will be letting it go, because it's you who needs to let it go. Mm-hmm. You hold on. It's like an analogy of building that wall and breaking it down. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a channel. Yeah. And so, as you use your imagination, we can guide you. And as you listen to your gut, those are your two things. So remember, if those are clear and you can't hear yourself, imagination, and you can't feel that gut instinct, it's very important to clear those two fields. So hand over the forehead, hand over the solar plexus. When those two things are aligned, the gut and the imagination, you are going to start to feel better. Wow. You will feel the difference. Remember that. Let it go. It's almost like let it go. That's what I get. Surrender to life. Surrender to the chaos. See yourself as the observer. Remember to see yourself as the observer. Letting these emotions go that are stuck. Abandonment. Low self-esteem. Yeah. And let it go. And not even just let it go. Give the self a hug. It's a hug that you need, I guess. Then it's the hug that you were going to get. We are all hugging you. We You are hugged. We hug you. It's the self-love. Anytime that you feel a slap in the face, almost, it's like a slap in the face that I'm getting. And when you get this slap in the face, it's like love. It's like, why are you giving me a slap in the face? It's the negative ego that says, oh no, you don't. Oh no, you don't. But the ego does not know beyond that. Remember, you can challenge it. It does not know beyond the slap in the face. You are not just that. You are more than that. So when it tries to disrupt you and say, no, 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 you cannot do this, you say, yes, I can. And you go beyond it. You do it. Because you are more powerful than that ego. You are more powerful. You're magnificent. Remember, you are part of the Almighty. You have a higher self that is beyond bigger. It's like the analogy, like you said, the spaceship. You are like huge. And if you only knew you were this, and you are the size of a pinky. I laugh because it is very tiny. If your body is the size of a pinky, you are brilliant. You are gigantic. It's like you are cutting off the blood flow to the pinky, and you are the pinky. And when you do this, it gives you chaos. So you can see the difference. And you can see that if you release that pressure on yourself, the blood will flow. It will flow to the whole body, the whole higher self. You will feel the power. And once you know you are powerful, you will not gain that possessiveness of being powerful. You won't need to, because you know you are powerful and you are aligned. You will just lead your life so beautifully. It would be like an analogy of like you are this godly queen or godly king or whatever you want to see yourself as, but like you have this cloud and everyone's following you. It is a beautiful power like that of like, I know I am powerful. I know that I come in with beautiful angels. We all do. They're all there. All of us galactical family, we are all connected. We are one. That is true. If you really could see that with quantum healing, you can do QHHT, you can do PQH. This will connect you as she's a Reiki practitioner too. And so when we do that, then all the cells in the body can tell the story. There's a story to you. You are this like a chapter book, and you are the chapter book, and so you are cellular. You are learning all. Your soul is a journeying through life, and as it journeys through life, it's collecting experiences, collecting feelings, letting go of the dense ones, collecting it. And there is a higher self. There is a higher ascending master part of yourself that is already there. It's futuristic. And then that's the one reaching out to you and saying it's okay. Put in the work. We can't do it for you. That is the message today. We cannot do it for you. You must do it yourself. Wow. Okay. Hi guys. I just was totally channeling. That just came out of nowhere. It's probably because I was channeling earlier. That just was amazing. Anyway. Wow. Beautiful. I hope you guys got your little piece out of it. That was beautiful. I hope that means something for you. I hope you can get little nuggets out of it. I hope you can really just go within yourself and start to love yourself and start to see little things that could hook you up in life. Not letting so much of the outside world affect how you feel. Filling your cup up completely before you start your day, because you gotta realize other people don't have their cups filled, so they're totally going outside it, and they may attack and they may really cause chaos in your life. And I think it's just important for you to be aware of, important to care about yourself. I just think right now it's time to care about our own selves individually and start loving on our own selves. filling that cup up, whether it's affirmations every morning, I'm saying how amazing you are. Use the words I am. That's so important. I am magnificent. I am healthy. I am wealthy. I mean, happy. You can really say any kind of happy, loving word to yourself, because we need to get out of the mind thought of negative talk to ourselves. Stop talking to ourselves negatively. Anytime a negative thing comes in, we've got to stop ourselves and say, why? Stop it. Right? Start loading good stuff into us. Great. Okay, well, I really love being on here with you guys. It's amazing. I love doing these podcasts. Thank you for everyone who follows me. I couldn't even be more gracious for it. Thank you for listening to me. All the downloads, it's just like this huge love for humanity that I have. And it's a huge love that I have for myself. And this is it. I'm a light worker. It's like we all have to find our one thing we're really great at. And that's this for me. So I love it. I hope any of this helped you. Yeah, it's cool that I did that channel. I'm working on that. That's something I enjoy doing, is being a channel. Great. Anyway, thanks for listening. Thanks for your time. Enjoy your day.